this point, I have my book of my life and all the shit I've been through, all the paperwork. So I open it and I turn to the page and I read it very slowly. And I read it very, like I took all the information in. And it turns out I was in child custody for almost like the second day I was born, apparently. And it went off as how they found me, in what conditions, and what was going on. And I was, it turns out I was abused way before I even knew. I was just a baby. And when child care found me, I was malnourished. I was bruises and, you know, I was abused at a young age. And they took me away, and I've been in 9 different foster homes. I thought I've only been in like 4 or 5. I've been in 9 at a very young age till I was 16. And it was so hard for me to take it all in that I fucking hate my life and I hate everything that brought me here. That I didn't ask for this. I didn't want any of this. And I felt like I was just born to be tortured. Like I was everyone's fucking punching bag. Like it was some twisted fucking joke. Why the fuck am I here? I try so hard to find purposes to keep going on. I have like the mentality of a fucking 6 year old packed into a 22-year-old. Like I've been to hell and back. I have so much experience in such a short time span. And like times like this, I wish I wasn't born. And it's not fair. It's not fair. As I continue reading this fucking book, there was more, just so much more information to take in. I didn't want to know, but I had to. I needed to. And I just broke. I snapped. I think I threw on my shoes and a sweater and I just continued running. I just kept running and running. Every time I was out of breath, I just stopped just to catch it and it just kept running. I must have been running for at least 3 hours. Eventually, I think I walked to somebody's house because I was kind of lost because I just kept going. I, I asked her, if they could call me a taxi, and I got home and I remember it was really late at night. Start start drinking, and I think I just passed out on the couch from just being too tired. this point, I was having a hard time with money, and I didn't have very much food. My grandma would once in a while come by and bring me like a box, or Robert's mom would bring me some, and I would literally just have mostly just pasta stuff, and my fridge was 90% of the time empty. Like, I only had so much food in my cupboards, and I barely ate it. I kind of just had like at least one meal a day. I was so alone and fed up. I just tired, and I'm weak, and I'm done. My brother came back around just to see me. He moved back from Ontario to back to New Brunswick, and he stayed with me for a bit because he knew that I'm alone again, and didn't want to see his big brother go down like that. And for for this moment, I decided to just let it happen. Live it up a little bit. So my brother and I went on some fun adventures. We gamed. We had quality time, and I think this is the only time my brother and I went through a series of weeks without actually fighting or bickering, because we both needed each other in a way. Uh, Went to a few events, and I got a reward for like my art, and stuff that made me feel good and great. Eventually, he moved back up to Ontario, and I was alone again. At this point, I didn't have much of a purpose or anything. I was alone in this small apartment. I had no Wi-Fi. I literally just had my CDs and my phone. I downloaded a whole bunch of Seether, 3 Days Grace, and Korn songs, and I would listen to the same shit every single day. I had like a small box of DVDs that once in a while I'll put on and watch something. Most of the time I just went out for walks and I meditated and had my long showers. My social worker found out there was an art shop, and she talked to the owner, and the owner's daughter had her art classes. And I said, I'm not taking art classes. I'm an artist naturally. I'm very great. I'm an amazing artist by self-taught. And she said, no, why don't you be like an art teacher assistant? And I thought that was really great. I would love to be. And it was amazing. I got to teach art. I got to see everybody else's techniques and tricks, and her name was Nadia, who's the teacher, and she's an amazing person. She's very fun, and she has great stories, and I definitely felt like at home. I felt very ease with at that place. And it was really cool because I get to do little events here and there and make these great pictures, and then watch the students just come alive with their pictures. It was so amazing. And it was cool because I got to help out a lot, and she appreciated it. And so I felt good about myself. I had kind of like two students of my own. Like, I helped this one girl with most of her pictures because she was new, and I can help easily with newer people because I'm not that great with painting, but I'm good enough to get by. And I helped this boy with like Heath Ledger's Joker painting, and I was talking about it, like Marvel, DC, comics, and games with them, because I know these kids have like anxiety and their own issues to deal with, and right now they just need friends. And in mine, I really did enjoy it. And I actually made the newspaper once with them. My picture's right in there. Just, helping out the students. It was really a great experience. And that was that whole year and sum up of that year. And I'm 21 now. And she finally turned 16. So the first thing I did was I visited her, and she saw me and I saw her, and we hugged, and I kissed her, and we cried, and we were both happy to see each other. We're still around and still alive, and we're, both here in this moment. Eventually, she moved in with me slowly, not drastically. It took time. We started to get to know each other again, talk to each other as if we started dating again. And we were both happy, and we just continued off like nothing ever happened. And so eventually she moved in with me, and my brother came back and I moved in with him. So it was like me and my brother, his girlfriend, my girlfriend, were all living under one roof. His girlfriend and him were working and I was working, so we had like bills paid, and we had a lot of extra money to play around. So I always bought random stuff, like a lot of game stuff, a lot of comic stuff, like just nerdy dorky stuff. Some whole place is always filled with stuff I like. But my brother and his girlfriend, they always struggle with money because I said we had to pay fairly. Everyone pays half. That's how it works in the roommate situation. So they would always complain about not having enough money because they bought so much fucking weed on a daily, and they smoke up all the time. So they're literally smoking their money away. Eventually I got pissed, sum it up, I kicked them both out because it was nonstop bitching. They dirty up the place. They pissed me off all the time. And my girlfriend and I, we were always bickering at each other because I'm trying to protect my brother and like support him and be there for him, but he's having a hard time for me to actually prove that when he's doing that shit. Eventually I took in another roommate who was one of my friends, who's Jamie, and everything was well, and we stayed there for like the rest of the year together. It was good and it was fun, but it was a messy roommate. I was a clean freak with OCD. So I decided to move out on my own with Angelica, and we decided to move to the place that we're in right now. And she's now 17, I'm 22, and we've been together for around like 4 years. Like coming to be 4 years in December. No, December, and then around April, because we really never decided when or how we started dating. We just dated. It was such an off, weird time. So somewhere in April will be our anniversary, and that's when we've been together for 4 years. And even though I'm in this part of my life, I have a job. I make enough money for the both of us. I have my own place, my own small family with her and my two cats. But it still doesn't change me, who I am inside. I am emotionally broken. I'm barely still physically here. And my emotions or mood swings go up and down. And parts of me still hates myself. And I can't learn to deal with it. I I don't know how to deal with it. I know I'm still young and a lot of people want me to be around and be here. But I don't feel it in me. I just feel lost and empty. And I feel like the people that I care for or the people that care for me is just stalling what I want to do. And what I want to do is I do want to kill myself. Because this life is just a little too hard for me. And I don't know how to deal with it. I met a lot of good people along the way. Met a lot of friends who came and stayed, and some came and go. A few jobs here and there. My family is still broken. I've only really talked to my grandma and aunt sometimes. And my friends have their own lives and jobs, so I don't really see them much. So what I do on a daily is I do my videos, which are these, and my gaming videos. I kind of lost inspiration to do art a little bit. I work about 6-8 hours, sometimes 9, out of 6 days or 5 days during the week. And then I come home feeling depressed and unhappy. I take my hour-long shower. I throw on YouTube or Netflix, and I kind of just wait for the day to pass. And then I wait to go to bed, and I have those same suicidal thoughts and those dark memories and thoughts, and I go to bed. Sometimes I go to bed crying, sometimes I just pass out like a rock. And my day starts all over again with me waking up to wanting to kill myself either way. And it just starts over and over again. I'm almost the example where you want to be as strong as me and be there and help other people as me, but I'm also the example of what abuse and what trauma does to a person. And I'm just trying my best to go on. I still have to figure a lot of things out. I still gotta fix things before I go anyway. And thanks for watching and listening. And I'll figure out where to go from here. But please stay tuned, because my story's not done yet.